Hi everybody, this is Boogess Reviews, and today I'm going to be doing a review on the brand new Neca Ultimate Rob Zombie's the Munsters Lily Munster figure. So before we take a look at Lily, let's take a look at the accessories that she comes with. So first up, Lily comes with these semi-relaxed hands. I do like the way that Neca sculpted them because Lily is holding her hands like this a lot in the film. Up next, she comes with accessory holding hands. Up next, she comes with the Undertaker's Secret Wife novel, and that looks very nice. On the back, you can see the words are printed on, but it gets a little blurry, but I think that looks very awesome. Up next, she comes with Better Tombs and Gardens, and the words on this are printed on very clearly. You can see it says October 1969, and there on the back, you can see the funeral card. If you want to read that, go ahead and pause that now. The downside to this being a piece of paper and not a piece of plastic with printed on details like this is that it's so thin that it just drops out of both of Lily's hands. I do wish the grip on this was a little bit tighter, that way you could actually get her holding this the way she should. Up next, you get her standard faceplate. The different looks on this figure are faceplates and not whole head swaps. And I think this actually looks a lot like Sherry Moon Zombie. I think this head looks a lot better than the, I think it was at San Diego Comic-Con when the prototype was shown off. And I think this looks a lot better in hand. I think this really looks like her. I think Neca did a really good job of capturing her likeness. And finally, she comes with this smiling faceplate. And I still think this is a decent likeness of Sherry Moon Zombie. I won't say that the likeness is perfect on this alternate faceplate, but I do think it resembles her. I still think the previous face that I showed off with the side eyes, I think it looks more like her. So now let's go ahead and take a look at the rest of the figure. So taking a look at the rest of the figure, I think Lily's hair is sculpted phenomenally. I think it just looks very nice, and the gray streaks are done very, very well. She has some very, very nicely sculpted hair, though because of the length of it, it does hinder her articulation, though this figure doesn't need a whole bunch of articulation. You get her bat necklace there, sculpted very nicely. The whole dress is sculpted really nicely too, all of the wrinkles and the little stitches on it. It looks really good, and has a little bit of a wash to it as well. You can see this darker wash on the arms. It's very subtle, but you can see like right here on the wrinkles by the shoulders, and right here it has a little bit of that wash, and it looks very nice. She also has this soft goods cape, and it also looks really good as well. It's done in this translucent purple collar with some pleats to it, and that looks very nice. I think Neca did a very awesome job on that. The only place where I would complain is they do have this elastic that's sewn onto the cape. That way it'll sit right here in the wrinkles on her sleeves, and I feel like that's just a little bit distracting. I wish they could have matched the colors up to this just a little bit more. And the stitching on this is really, really tiny. I'm afraid if I move the arms too much side to side, it might rip. So yeah, the stitching on this is very, very tiny, so be careful when you're posing her around. As I said, I really like the way the hands are sculpted because Lily does hold her hands like that a lot in the movie. As you can see, the sleeves are sculpted so that they stand up when she does that, and that looks really good. They even sculpted the lines in her palms on, and that looks really good. As you can see, when I switched the hands out, it did leave a little bit of the skin tone onto the dress right here, onto that purple. So yeah, that's a little unfortunate. And here you can see some more of that very awesome sculpt detail to her dress. The way the wrinkles are sculpted and everything looks very nice. You can see that it trails behind her a little bit, and that looks very good. Now this is all one solid piece. She has no articulation from the waist down here, or from the midsection down, I guess I should say. It's completely flat with the exception of the cutouts for her heels. I do wish they would have been painted. I think they should be black if I remember right. But yeah, they're not. I mean, you really won't see them though, so that doesn't bother me. If she would have had any articulation under this dress, it would have been completely hindered. So I don't mind Neca doing that. I actually really like that it's one solid piece. I kind of hope that Neca redoes Pinhead and does the same thing. He really doesn't need leg articulation like that. So now let's go over her limited articulation. She has a ball-jointed head that can't really look back at all. Can look down very slightly. She can move her head very, very slightly. She has shoulders that can move just about all the way out. She has single jointed elbows that can bend in that far. She has swiveled wrists that can move side to side and up and down just a little bit. And she has a ball jointed upper half that can move back just a little bit, forward very slightly, and side to side very nicely. So now, let's do some size comparisons. So first up, here she is next to the regular baby and the Bloody Showdown baby from the Devil's Rejects. As you can see, Neca has came a long way at sculpting the likeness of Sherry Moon Zombie. And as I said, I think this Lily Munster is a really good likeness of her. I really hope we get a Devil's Rejects Ultimate baby sometime with the new face printing tech and sculpting. That would be very, very awesome. And finally, there she is next to the Count and Herman. And I am so excited to finally have all of them. They look so awesome together. So overall, I would highly recommend picking this up because Neca did a fantastic job on this, and I think it looks a lot better than the prototype that was shown at whatever convention it was shown off at. I think the likeness to this is a lot better. And as I said, I'm very excited to complete my Munsters trio. I think they look very awesome together, so I would highly recommend picking her up. So that's my review. If you like this review, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching.